Hello po, kumusta po kayo? Update po tayo sa classroom observation. Meron na pong draft para sa guidelines on flexible and alternative classroom observations for teachers' development and performance evaluation. Ito, basahin po natin. Una ay ang rationale. Sabi dito, the Department of Education recognizes the evolving realities of the teaching profession and the need to continually refine the performance management and evaluation system to better support teacher development while ensuring accountability and quality instruction. In recent years, DepEd has undertaken deliberate policy reforms to simplify requirements under the result-based performance management system for teachers, particularly on the conduct of classroom observations. Number 2. DepEd Memorandum Number 89 Series of 2025 Multi-Year Performance Management and Evaluation System or PEMES for teachers for school year 2025-2026 to 2027-2028. Introduced key simplifications including A. The reduction of required full period classroom observation from 4 to 2 within a school year. B. The strengthening of formative classroom observations through approaches such as walkthrough observations and performance monitoring and coaching, and the reduction of documentations for reproduction. Number 3. Further strengthening this direction, the Human Resource and Organizational Development or HROD issued the MOU HROD-2025-2931 that provided flexibility in the scheduling and conduct of classroom observations for school year 2025-2026. 4. Despite these policy initiatives, implementation experiences have surfaced realities that pushed for further policy enhancement to safeguard teacher welfare and strengthen the developmental purpose of classroom observation. These include A. Heightened teacher stress and anxiety associated with rated classroom observations. B. Continued pressure to demonstrate multiple classroom PPST indicators within a single full period class session, which may undermine authentic teaching and learning processes. And C. Variability in interpretation of teacher practices among observers, resulting to inconsistencies in feedback, coaching support, and rating decisions. Within this context, there is a clear and urgent need to institutionalize more structured yet teacher-centered alternatives in teacher performance evaluation that operationalize flexibility, multimodality, and formative support in classroom observation, as provided for in the Phase 2 Performance Monitoring and Coaching of DepEd Order Number 2, Series of 2015, or the Guidelines on the Establishment and Implementation of the Result-Based Performance Management System in the Department of Education, and DepEd Memorandum Number 89 Series of 2025 or the Guidelines on the Multi-Year Performance Management and Evaluation System for Teachers from school years 2025 to 2026 to 2027 to 2028. In response, DepEd issues these guidelines on the flexibility and alternative classroom observations for teacher development and performance evaluations. Ano ba ang nakalagay dito? Sabi dito, this policy builds on existing DepEd issuances by providing clearer, flexible options, strengthening the formative and evaluative rules of short period and multimodal classroom observations, and leveraging technology in making meaningful feedback and informed decisions for teacher development and performance evaluation. Dito tayo sa demonstration of classroom observable indicators or COIs. A. Flexibility in evaluative classroom observations. To provide flexible options in evaluative classroom observation, requirements under PEMES, teachers may choose from the following options in coordination with the approval of their school heads and or authorized observers. So, meron pong mga options. Una ay yung option 1. One full period in-person classroom observation with 4 short period formative observations. Option 2 ay 2 full period video-based classroom observation with 4 short period formative observations. Ano yung schedule? Anytime within the school year including video-based classroom observation at quarterly or 1 per quarter for short period observation. So, meron pong mga option. Ito, option 1. 1 full period in-person classroom observation with 4 short period formative observation. So, a teacher shall undergo 1 full period in-person classroom observation supplemented by 4 short period classroom observations. The full period in-person classroom observation shall follow existing DepEd protocols and classroom observation tools. Letter C. Teachers and observers shall mutually agree on the schedule of the in-person full period observation. The lessons shall reflect the teacher's actual teaching practice and be conducted in its natural and authentic instructional context, and shall not be staged, scripted, or rehearsed solely for the purpose of classroom observation or evaluation. D. Short period observations may be conducted through micro walkthroughs, instructional rounds, or video-based observations. Short period observations shall range from 10 to 15 minutes and shall focus on specific instructional elements or selected PPST indicators. F. Indicators shall be rated only when they are actually observed. Indicators not observed in a particular session shall not be forced and shall not result in penalty. Option 2. 2 full period video-based classroom observations with 4 short period formative observations. A teacher shall submit 2 full period classroom observations recorded in video in lieu of in-person observation, supplemented by 4 short period classroom observations for evaluative purposes. No physical observer shall be present in the classroom during the conduct of the lesson for video-based observations. Letter C. The lesson shall reflect the teacher's actual teaching practice and be conducted in its natural and authentic instructional context, and shall not be staged, scripted, or rehearsed solely for observation purposes. The video recording shall be unedited, continuous, and document the entire selected lesson period. Letter E. No procurement or purchase of gadgets shall be required for the purpose of recording classroom practices under this policy. There are likewise no prescribed technical specifications for recording devices, video quality, file format, or digital formats to be used. Existing and available resources in schools may be utilized. F. All video-based observations shall strictly comply with the Data Privacy Act of 2012, the DepEd Child Protection Policy, relevant data governance issuances, and established consent protocols covering purpose, use, access, storage, and data retention. The same standards and rating tools used in in-person full period observation shall apply. Punta naman tayo sa multi-modality formative short period classroom observations. Short period classroom observation shall be strengthened to support teacher professional development. These observations may serve as formative observations to support instructional coaching, mentoring, and professional learning as learning action cells and collaborative learning expertise, and supplementary observations for the full period evaluative classroom observations. Number 10, the following are modalities for the short period observation. So, merong micro walkthrough. Ito ay 5 to 10 minute focused observation. Yung observer dito ay school head or instructional leaders for the purpose to provide specific targeted instructional support. Another modality is the instructional rounds, 10 to 15 minute per observation. Observer ay per observer. Purpose to promote shared learning, reflection, and professional dialogue. Another modality is the short video-based observations, 10 to 15-minute video recording. Observer, no physical observer during the lesson. Purpose, for self-reflection, peer feedback, or mentoring. Ano ba itong micro walkthrough? Ito ay short, focused classroom observations conducted to gather evidence of specific PPST-aligned teaching practices, such as instructional strategies, learning engagement, and classroom management. These observations are non-disruptive and may be conducted multiple times within an observation cycle. Evidence generated is primarily used for formative feedback, coaching, and triangulation of teaching performance. Instructional rounds. These are collaborative and structured observation process wherein teachers observe classroom practices of colleagues on a PPST-based focus of practice. Observations are conducted across multiple classrooms to identify patterns and trends in teaching and learning. Findings inform school-wide instructional improvement rather than individual teacher appraisal. Then we have the video-based observations. This involves the recording of actual classroom instruction to document teacher practices for self-reflection, peer feedback, and coaching and mentoring by instructional leaders. This modality supports reflective practice and coaching through repeated and asynchronous viewing. Use of video-based observations is subject to informed consent, data privacy, and ethical safeguards. Number 11. All formative short period classroom observation modalities shall not be rated and purely for teacher reflection and insights of instructional improvement. Number 12. Feedback from formative short period classroom observations shall be strength-based, specific with actionable inputs focused on professional growth and next steps. Number 13. Data generated from formative short period observations may be used for learning action cell discussions and or collaborative expertise sessions, coaching and mentoring, subject to teacher consent and data privacy protocols. So yun po ang mga pagbabago mga ka-Jesnabs. Ang sa akin lang dito masasabi ay tungkol sa video may mga tao ring ayaw magpa-video, yung iba nga ayaw magpa-picture. Tingnan po natin kung ito ay mangyayari. Anyway, ito lang po naman ay for discussion only ang draft na ito. Ako kahit alin dito ay po pwede. Pero sana ay maging option pa rin yung dati, yung dating 2 full in-person observations na dapat andun pa rin siya kasi para sa akin maganda po naman iyon.